Well, there's been a very surprising development in the royal Photoshop scandal. Overnight, the Princess of Wales admitted to editing the Mother's Day family portrait that sparked an online media frenzy. Catherine took to social media to apologise for the, quote, confusion caused, explaining that, quote, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing.
Now, the statement came after global media agencies removed the first official post-operation picture of the princess, citing digital manipulation. The recovering royal was spotted leaving Windsor Castle with her husband, Prince William, just hours after the news broke.
So joining us with more is royal editor for the Daily Mirror in London, Russell Myers. Good morning, Russell. This is quite the turn of events. Were you surprised that Catherine admitted to making these digital changes and issuing the statement?
Yeah, I think so. Good morning to both of you. I think, a lot of people were surprised when we got that statement this morning. It'd been 24 hours of complete madness. I mean, social media was alight with sort of conspiracy theories, as it has been over the last few days and weeks. And most presume they'd probably throw some poor staffer under the bus by saying that it was them who digitally altered the image. But no, Kate came forward. It was her mea culpa, saying that she had altered this image of her and her family for Mother's Day. And, quite a surprising turn of events. But nothing really surprises us these days in royal land.
No, that's for sure. So this is the big question that everybody's asking. Why? Why do you think that the photo was edited by the princess at all?
Well, we're all sort of familiar with the phrase Photoshop fail, and, people are always editing pictures of their family or sort of on holiday, aren't we? Whether it's a sunset or putting a filter on your snaps. But I think this was a case of, the kids maybe fidgeting around. She wanted it to be sort of picture perfect. Listen, these conspiracy theories have absolutely taken over the internet recently. Kensington Palace hit out of the madness of social media just last week, and there must be some sympathy with Kate. She's not been seen in public for such a long time. She wanted this photo to just be an innocent sort of keepsake of her family on Mother's Day, but it's really run away with them, and quite an unfortunate turn of events for both her and the palace.
What do we make of no wedding ring, Russell?
Well, I wasn't that, fussed about it, to be honest, because, if you're doing the dishes or whether you come back from hospital, as she has been, people take off their jewellery, don't they? Jewellery carries infection. That's what some doctors have told us. And it's quite normal to not wear your wedding ring. But this sort of sparked the frenzy that we're talking about, the people on social media sort of picking this picture apart. And then when you suddenly start looking closer, you've got, Charlotte's sleeve looking out of kilter, the bottom of Kate's jacket is looking all a bit skew with. And it sort of just spiralled from there on in. And then you had the sort of photo agencies pulling it from their libraries, and it went from bad to worse for them all.
I love the concept that you say that maybe she took it off to do the dishes. The concept of Kate doing the dishes, that's a whole new world right there. Now, up until this past couple of months, Catherine was the one royal who was sort of untouched by scandal. Is she in danger of losing the public? And how problematic is this whole saga going to be for the palace, do you think?
Well, I think it's certainly problematic for the palace because, they, on the one hand, they've sort of hit out at as I said, the madness of social media. There's definitely comments from the palace over press ethics over the past few years. And yet here they are. They are the ones who actually put out this photograph. Whether Kate had did it, surely there must have been some more eyes on the picture itself. And if your communications team are that sort of inept, then you've got to ask serious questions, I think. And that is a real big issue for them. For Kate herself, I think there is a degree of sympathy. Listen, she's been recovering after her abdominal surgery. She's been sort of resting and recuperating at home. She's obviously not back to full health. We're not going to see her for quite a while. So, listen, there is that sympathy there. And whether she will be sort of tarnished by it, I suppose it remains to be seen.
Yeah, I agree. I have great sympathy with... I can just imagine her in her dressing gown, like with unwashed hair, trying to make the photo look perfect. Can't you? I can see that. Recovering,
I cannot see that.
You cannot see that?
I cannot see that.
Feeling really sick, going, oh, look at the pressure on her to be perfect. There must have been a crease in Charlotte's cardigan. She's tried to fix it. But that's what I reckon.
But wouldn't they have a department, like we have a department, to make our pictures look good?
Oh,
don't they have a department?
Well, she's put her hand up and said it was hers. So there you go. What about this thing about she's taken her face from the Vogue cover and put her face on the photo? I mean, Come on.
Well, I've seen this. I mean, this has gone absolutely bananas today.
Yeah.
It's been viewed sort of tens and tens of millions of times. You know, again, we're going into the realms of conspiracy theories, aren't we? That, you know, it's not enough to sort of just change the kids' jumpers or one of them fidgeting. Then, you know, has she used her face? Has she digitally altered it? Has she taken it from another image? I mean, listen, we could be here all year talking about the conspiracy theories. And I think that last week when we were speaking to the palace, they were appealing for calm. This is a woman that's been in hospital. She had a tough time of it. But, you know, when you pour gasoline all over the fire, then you can't really have much complaint. So I think this is going to run and run, unfortunately, for them. They've sort of given their version of events. But you can't stop the madness of social media, can you?
No, for sure. I love the way you say we could be here talking about this all year. We will be here talking about this all year. The Princess of Wales spotted leaving Windsor Castle after the online apology. Was this planned by the palace in any way, shape or form?
Well, it's certainly interesting, Larry, because, you know, we haven't been expecting to see her. We saw those paparazzi images of her last week in the car, then obviously this debacle over the picture. And I suppose the palace may have felt forced into it. Maybe Kate herself felt forced into it. She didn't accompany Prince William to the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. We were told that she had a private appointment to go to. It was just a car shot. I mean, again, we're into the realms of sort of conspiracy theories, aren't we? But, you know, it is only a few weeks until the end of Easter, and we do expect to see Kate back then. So, understandably, it's going to be a lot of scrutiny, a lot of pressure on her shoulders when she comes back, which I imagine she could have done without.
Oh, the pressure's enormous. So, no wedding ring and a photo looking out the other way. There's no marriage rumour sort of stuff going around Fleet Street. Was what it used to be.
Listen, if I had $1 for every time somebody asked me it's about the sort of whys and wherefores of Kate and William's marriage, or, you know, again, coming into what internet sleuths are picking up, I'll be a very rich man. However, I think that this family has come together recently. The royal family have had a very tough time of it, haven't they? You've got the King off work with cancer. You've got the Princess of Wales having to take this leave of absence as well. Prince William being on the sidelines to care for the kids and juggling work and life balance, and it's all going off. I mean, I can't actually remember a period like it since the last one. So it's certainly keeping us all very busy and entertained at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely to talk to you again, Russell. Thank you very much for that.